And we're back. Welcome inside the Let's Not Do This podcast for Wednesday, September the 10th, year of our Lord, 2025. You got the big O, Leon Oliver, sitting alongside two of the unwisest men in America. Down below me, he's like a virgin, still is, Chris Green. And to my left, America's Orioles fan, Scotty Too Hottie. Gentlemen, how are you all?
Fantastic.
I think I'm
Virginity is cool.
Yeah. How many times
Keep
have you
on
said
rocking
that to
it.
yourself?
Yeah. you keep on telling yourself that. Scotty, how are you, sir?
Good. I think I'm actually to your right, but to our
No,
left.
it's on the left on the screen I'm watching back. I don't know. On
Yeah,
my
but
screen,
you're facing me, so I'm to your right.
fucking find out. Well, you're somewhere. You're somewhere out there fighting. What was that? Our Lady Peace song. You know what I'm talking about? I
Nope.
know you're out there, somewhere out there. You're falling back to me. The star that I can't see. Oh, yeah, I think that was Our Lady Peace.
Sounds
Do
like
you have
a
an emo phase, Leon?
stalker.
Oh yeah.
It sounds
Let me
like
tell
a
you something.
stalker anthem.
Do you have the
My,
swoop?
I did not have the swoop, but I was listening to some emo back in the day, a little bit of screamo. Yeah, it was cool like that. All right, so we're back. We got fun show lined up. We got Commanders and Packers coming up Thursday night football live from Lambeau. We'll get into that in just a little bit, and then college football as well. Some I always say midweek, but it's not really midweek. Late week. Pre-Saturday college football action, including NC State at Wake Forest and a couple other games as well. We will dive into. Make sure to check us out on social media. Click that little subscribe button there. If I can make that pop up, there we go. Click that little like and subscribe right there. There should be on your YouTube stream if you're watching there. In the bottom right corner, a little button there. Click subscribe and go ahead and follow that and be a friend and tell a friend there. Also, make sure to join us on Saturday mornings right back here on this same spot at 9 a.m. for the Doing Lines podcast. That's where we break down our picks for NFL week 2 coming up here, and then college football with week 3 coming up there as well. And making its return after many months of obscurity. The Getting Loose with Leon podcast, little NASCAR action. Tomorrow will join us right back here, 7 o'clock tomorrow on this very channel. We'll talk a little NASCAR, get you ready for Bristol and the playoff eliminator race in the Bass Pro Shops Bristol night race as I choke. This is what I get when I'm not drinking alcohol. Chris, before we get into the picks, your Virgin shirt. I did see one gentleman wearing that shirt in Raleigh Saturday as the North Carolina State Wolfpack covered. Good teams win, great teams cover against the Virginia Cavaliers. Got that dub and sent them back up US 29 crying. But this gentleman was being heavily ridiculed for his choice of Virginia apparel. So that actually did make me quite happy.
It was a good game. Yeah, it's unfortunate we choked it away and let you win, but it is what it is.
It was a good game, and I think Virginia actually may have found a quarterback. I almost said Anthony Calandria. Good God, Chandler Morris.
Not that guy.
Actually looked really good. One throw withstanding, which there's a debate about whether that NC State defender should have even been in that spot. It could have been a little bit of a blown coverage that actually worked out for them. But that was a high-scoring game. Then the brakes just hit in the fourth quarter. No points in the fourth quarter. NC State let Virginia get deep into their territory 3 times in the fourth quarter, and the Hoos come away with no points in that one. Those are the things that'll kill you. Of course, that was a much better game than Scotty's Virginia Tech Hokies, who got blown out by Vanderbilt. So they might be on new coach watch very soon in Blacksburg.
I hope so, but some of us play real teams, non-conference. So some of us play bad teams.
The day and age when Vanderbilt would slap Virginia Tech 2 years in a row, much less once in Blacksburg. Never thought I would see it coming. But yeah,
that's all right.
And I made some money on that, on the fade to Commonwealth parlay. Took Virginia to lose against NC State. Well, NC State to cover, excuse me. Took Jacksonville State plus the points. They won outright against Liberty. And then also took Vanderbilt over Virginia Tech. So as soon as I crossed the state line to the old North State, did my wallet some good. I just need to go across state and go across the state line and bet across these Commonwealth teams more.
Yeah, stay away
Yeah,
as much as possible.
Just go move there. It's fine. Yeah. We don't need you.
That would be great. If you have a land for sale in the Cary, North Carolina area, please let me know. I would be more than happy to go buy some land there. All right, let's get into it for picks this week. Let's start off with our betting picks, and for that, we go to our picks brought to you by absolutely no one. This segment unsponsored, just like this show. If you want to sponsor it, if you want to waste some money, you can send an email to info@letsnotdothispodcast.com. We'll plug you right here. We don't care if it's hair gel. We don't care if it's soap. We don't care if it's condoms. We don't care if it's beer. We don't care if it's Indian food. We'll sell it.
Your logo could be either one of these spots.
It could be in Chris's basement.
Yeah. I'll put a banner up behind me.
Yeah, your logo could be up there in the upper left-hand corner that I'm looking at, where our logo is right now. So make sure to go ahead and subscribe and do all that. Send an email. All right, let's get into it. Thursday night football at Lambeau. We got the Washington Football Commanders making a trip to take on the Green Bay Packers.
Wait. Don't we need to recap last weekend and check our records?
Yeah. I'm premature. Scotty, do you have last week's record?
What your wife said.
Give me a
This
second.
is true.
Give me a
These are all
second.
facts. These are all facts. See, he wasn't
Here we
prepared.
go.
I knew he wasn't prepared.
I was
It's like
prepared.
college.
What do you mean?
Oh, good God. What a bloodbath.
Yeah, we all went under 500 last week. I spelled Eagles wrong.
Yikes.
Attaboy. That's that Virginia Tech education.
I was just spelling it like that Eagles fan that was trying to spell it at one time.
That was the Philadelphia City Council.
Eagles.
City Council member, yeah.
But what's funny though is I had maybe the most profitable day ever betting on Sunday. I did a straight bet on every game, went 9-4, and then hit a 20-1 Dalton Kincaid first touchdown. But I just, like I always do, gave y'all the wrong games. But yeah, not pretty. So last week college, I went 2-2. You both went 1-3. NFL, me and Chris went 2-3. Leon 1-3-1. Got our first push of the season. Then overall, I went 4-5. Chris 3-6, and Leon 2-6-1.
If I could just bet on Virginia teams, I'd be all right. Bet against them.
Overall, I'm 11-6. Chris 9-8. Leon 6-11. That's for college, and then that was week 1 for NFL. So, but I'm ahead by 2 still. Overall, 13-9. Chris 11-11, and Leon looking like a football score, 7-14-1.
We'll get there. We got a lot of time, and it starts
terrible. Yeah,
the comeback starts tomorrow at Lambeau Field. Green Bay Packers and the Washington Commanders. We got this at 8:15 on Amazon Prime Video, whatever you want to call it. ESPN Bet right now has the Packers favorite by 3.5. ESPN Bet has over under at 48.5 there. Green Bay, by the way, wearing their icy white uniforms, going with the all white look tomorrow. Commanders wearing burgundy in Lambeau. A little bit of an interesting aesthetic there. Who wants to start off on this one?
Do you have the site where you can compare all the lines?
Yeah, I got Action Network.
I think
pulled
it's
up
probably
here
3.5. I think those lines are probably the same everywhere. There might be some 48s out there.
Yeah. I am seeing 3.5 pretty much across the board there for Packers favorite. If you're looking at trying to take Green Bay, you can get a 3 out there right now on DraftKings, but pretty much everywhere it's 3.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's up? You want me to go first? Okay, you go.
All right. Yeah. Green Bay looked incredible week 1, beating the dog shit out of the Lions. Commanders looked okay, even though they pretty much dominated the Giants. The offense didn't look as good as I was hoping for. A lot of punts, something that we did not see a whole lot of last year. Tressway got his money's worth out of week 1. Hopefully they can keep the ball moving this week as a fan, but I am looking towards the over I think it'll be a high-scoring game, back and forth. Hopefully, Washington's offense gets moving a little bit better. Green Bay's offense is very good. Jordan Love is looking like the preseason MVP. He moved like 700 points or whatever. He was like plus 2,100 and went down to 1,400 before the season started when Parsons got traded there. So
I think, that has more to do with just the Packers overall. They're like the co-favorites to go to the Super Bowl now. But
right, but I'm just saying he's doing what he's supposed to be doing, looking pretty good. So I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I am not going to bet against my Commanders, but I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. So give me the over 48.5, unless you can get me a better number.
I can get you
48.
I can get you 48. Yeah, on
All right,
BetMGM.
I will take that.
All right, minus 110. BetMGM over 48 points for Chris in this one. Scotty, what say you?
Looks like we are battling because I'm going to take the under 48.5. Thought about taking the 3.5 points, but I can't just bet on the Commanders because it never works out. We've been so bad for so long that I don't really get mad at games anymore. So if I bet on my team and they lose, I'm going to get mad. So I want it to be joy or nothing. So yeah, not taking a side. I do think it's going to be a close game though. But yeah, both defenses looked pretty good last week. I think you're going to see a lot of running from both teams. I think that's what they want to do. Green Bay passed a lot in the first half, but then kind of took the air out of the ball in the second half against Detroit. But yeah, that's really what they want to do. Green Bay wants to run the ball with Josh Jacobs. We might have found our running back of the future with Ja'Cory Croskey-Merritt. See how many carries he gets this week. Starting him in fantasy, so we'll probably get like 4 carries for 6 yards. But no, he should be getting more carries. And Thursday night, maybe they slowed the pace down a little more, trying to avoid more injuries or whatever. But yeah, I think both teams running the ball. 2 defenses that looked good last week. Just Thursday nights in general go under more than a normal game. So looking forward to it, but give me the under 48.5. And I'll probably also play either Croskey-Merritt's rushing yards or Zach Ertz receiving yards, and then probably Josh Jacob props also. But for my bet, under 48.5.
Nice. Scotty, even before this show started, literally as we were hitting, as I was hitting live on this, I was going back and forth on where I wanted to go on this because for a lot of those same reasons that you mentioned, I was looking at the under as well. Just Thursday night football is always wacky. Just I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just a short week. Guys not having a full week to recuperate. Coaches not having a full time to get ready. But Thursday night football is always wacky. It's always kind of ugly. And the fact that both of these teams, I do think, as you mentioned, want to put the ball on the ground, want to run the ball. Obviously, that's going to help keep things down a little bit. And both defenses looked good as well. All that being said, I'm going to take Green Bay minus the 3 points here. I think that Green Bay is the best team in the NFC right now. Washington, as Chris mentioned earlier, they did enough to get it done against the Giants, but I really felt like they should have dispatch that team a little bit more than they did. And I know it's not college football. You don't get points for winning by style points. I get that, but it seems like they had a tougher time with putting the Giants away than they should have. I'm really impressed by Green Bay. Maybe it's an overreaction for what they did to a really good Lions team last week. I know they are missing a couple of pieces on the defensive side of the ball this week. Still, I'm going to go ahead and give me Green Bay minus 3 points, but I may combo that somewhere with the under as well.
So we beat the Giants 21-6, so they were never really a threat. And only thing I've heard for the last 2 months, anytime you turn on Sports Grid, which that's not on Sirius anymore, but VSiN, it's somebody saying, "Oh, the Giants are going to cover Week 1, and they're going to be live to win outright." That's all you heard. Every smart expert, sports bettor, any podcast you listen to, everybody's on the Giants, saying the Giants are going to pull off the upset or at least cover, and they were never really a threat. Our offensive line kind of dominated that defensive line. So
2 words, Russell Wilson.
Yeah, the reason I said
He
what I
didn't turn the
said
ball
was
over.
just I just wasn't. The Giants aren't good, and I think we should have probably scored. We should be scoring 30 points a game with the talent we have on offense. That
Well,
was
I'm
my.
sure they pulled back because we were playing on Thursday. When they should
Also,
all out, just get out of there with a win.
Also, I'm concerned, and you see this sometimes with guys that miss, pretty much all preseason. But Terry McLaurin, you want to put out a all points bulletin? Like, where was he? Like, you get the big deal, you miss all preseason. That when he had like 3 catches, maybe like 30 yards or something. Like he
Just
was
training camp.
just a non-factor. And now you're going against a decent Green Bay team here. We saw what they did to bottle up Detroit. That kind of gives me pause a little bit for Washington's passing attack.
No, he'll be fine. We didn't need him. He's been out. You don't want to put too much on guys that are out for the offseason. That's when they get hurt. They get those soft tissue injuries when they've been out. A lot of those guys do. They just come out and get 20 targets or whatever.
If I pay for a Ferrari, I'm taking it out for a spin. Like that's when you need them. So
Wait,
I don't know.
Are you going to perform maintenance on the Ferrari? Or are you going to let it break down? No.
Yeah, you're going to perform maintenance on it. You're going to take care of it, but
you're not going to let it break down.
Otherwise, we're like, what are you paying them for? It's
You're
like
not going to
take it off the lot. You're not going to take it off the lot and drive it off a cliff as soon as you get it.
You have 17 of these games. Like you got to show up. You got to play.
You're not taking the Ferrari
out
in
there.
the hailstorm, sir.
We won 21-6. He was out there playing. Yeah. Who cares if he
just
didn't put up
non-factor? Yeah.
All right. So are you more of a stats guy over winning now?
No, I'm not more of a stats guy over winning. I just expected more. And the fact that he didn't do it against a subpar Giants team, then you go against this Green Bay team and you see what they did to a superior offensive unit last week, gives me a lot of concern about their ability to put the ball in the air.
To who?
The Giants don't have a bad defense.
The Giants front 7 is good. The back end of that secondary is not so great. And I thought he was going to have the ability to have a day against them, and it just wasn't there.
He didn't. Okay.
Yeah.
Guys don't do that when they don't play in the offseason. When they hold out, they never perform week 1, or if they do, they probably get hurt.
Yeah, and so it gives me concern based on that too, going into week 2 now. So I don't know. Just we're on different sides. I got Green Bay
on the same size.
No, I took Green Bay minus the 3.
Yeah, but you said you were going on the under 2, so I am very happy with my decision.
But I'm not. That's not my official bet for the show. For the show, I'm on Green Bay minus 3. My own personal thing, I am probably going to combo that.
That means Commanders win by double digits if you're on the Packers.
I'm coming back. It's got a rough start. I'm 2 into NASCAR right now. I'm coming back. All right, making a move over here. College football tomorrow, this will get the vast majority of my attention, of course. NC State on the road in Winston-Salem, which has been a house of horrors for some inexplicable reason over the years.
Also what?
House of horrors.
Oh, horrors. Okay.
Oh, what you thought?
I didn't hear the second syllable.
You thought I was the Sopranos? you thought I was saying whores? It was a hooah. Yeah. NC State on the road in Winston-Salem, taking on Wake Forest. 7:30 kick on the mothership there tomorrow. ESPN Bet has the Pack favored by 7.5. Over under right now 52.5. Chris, I already know where you're going to go with this, so you can go ahead and start things off.
Yeah, this is going to be the biggest destruction since 9/11/2001.
Jesus.
Jeez. Hey, and
Wake Forest plus 7.5.
Wait a minute. Wait. Did you realize that they're playing on 9/11 before you said that?
No, I didn't know. I looked at the graphic.
Jesus.
Yeah, Wake Forest is going to beat the dog shit out of NC State. NC State's not good. Gave up how many points to Virginia? And Virginia's not good either. So Wake Forest at home, they're going to beat the shit out of them. Book it. But give me Wake Forest plus 7.5 because I need my record to get better.
Scotty?
I'm actually siding with you for a lot of the reasons not a lot of the reasons. I'm not going to make a 9/11 joke, but
yeah, thank you.
Is it too soon?
God.
Oh, I don't care. You know me, you can joke about whatever.
Never forget, guys. Never forget.
Yeah. But yeah, like you said, they gave up 31 points to UVA. When's the last time UVA put up 31 against an actual team? And really, both weeks, NC State beat two bad teams. The first game, ECU. I was watching that game. ECU didn't run a normal offense until like the end of the first half, and as soon as they did, they started putting up points, and it was kind of the same thing at the end of the game. They were driving to tie the game up. I can't remember if it was a turnover or just a turnover on downs, but yeah, ECU was right there. If they played normal offense in the first quarter, they probably beat North Carolina State, I think. And then you let UVA hang around. For some reason, they were only 3.5-point favorites against UVA, but I guess we saw why. Yeah, I just don't think they're playing that well. I don't know if I'm going to say Wake Forest is going to win. It wouldn't shock me if they did, but 7.5 points is just too much. Give me Wake Forest at home.
Okay. So Chris got the Deeks, and Scotty going with the Deeks there as well with the points. Wake Forest is not good. Wake Forest struggled in week 1 with Kennesaw State, which is one of the worst teams in the FBS. They beat them 10-9 in Winston-Salem. Now, we did see an offensive explosion from them last week. They put up 42 points, a 42-10 win over the mighty Catamounts of Western Carolina. All right. Wake Forest is a one-man team, and that one man is Damon Claiborne, the running back. He did pick up 193 yards and 3 touchdowns on the ground on 10 carries. He's obviously going to be a big focal point for NC State's defense, especially after what State gave up on the ground last week to Virginia. Virginia was gashing them on the ground there, so that certainly is going to be an issue. Wake's quarterback, Robbie Ashford, the one-time South Carolina Gamecock, the one-time Auburn Tiger, he's a dual threat guy as well. He can get it done with running and passing as well. Also, Wake is 11-2 at home against the spread in their last 13 meetings with NC State at home. I don't know what it is. It doesn't matter what the sport, but especially football. Just Winston-Salem gives the heebie-jeebies to everyone in Wolfpack Nation. C.J. Bailey looked great against Virginia. You know, he had 200 yards on the ground, another 44 rushing. He had 3 total touchdowns in that win. Hogwarts Smothers went for 140, I think, and 2 TDs to lead NC State on the ground last week. I think both of these teams are going to run the ball. And as bad as NC State's defense is, I'm not confident in Wake Forest's ability to keep pace from a point standpoint to go for this over. So I'm actually going to go with the under in this game. I think NC State wins this game, but I am going to go with the under on this. And taking a look around, I can get this under, let's see, as I have this shopping this right now, it's at 52.5 on the ESPN. I can get this under right now. Yeah, looks like that's the best number. I thought I saw it higher somewhere else. It must have came down. So yeah, give me under 52.5 points in this one. But I think the Wolfpack wins straight up. I do think Wake probably covers though, but give me under 52.5.
Yeah. Also, NC State is going to Duke, and this is their first away game. So you've barely beat 2 bad teams at home. Now you're going on the road, and you got a look ahead spot against Duke.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. I don't know if Duke is anyone's look ahead, even though State's dropped the last 2 games overall in the series to Duke. I don't know if Duke is anyone's look ahead, especially
when you play East Carolina, UVA, and Wake Forest. I think Duke might be a look ahead spot.
You just got to play the games on your schedule, you know. Also, there's going to be a sizable amount of red in Winston-Salem for this one on Thursday night. So we'll see. But yeah, give me the under on this one, under 52.5.
Coward.
All right, next up here. Colorado at Houston. Ryan Staub getting his first career start for the Colorado Buffaloes on the road, taking on former Texas A&M quarterback Connor Wegman and the Houston Cougars. That's Friday night, 7:30 p.m. on the mothership there. Who has this one on their card?
I do, and
right.
I'm taking the points with Colorado. Part of the reason is you mentioned Staub getting a start here. Dion is not afraid to bench his 2 highly recruited quarterbacks for a guy that's been there for a couple of years that nobody really knows about. But he came in last week and played really well. it was against Delaware, but still, he outperformed the other two guys. I think they're probably still going to use Salters some, maybe even get the other 5-star quarterback they had come in, Julian
Lewis, I think it is.
Yeah, but yeah, it just tells me that they're not going to. He's trying to win no matter what. He's putting in this quarterback nobody knows. I don't think Houston's been that good. They played Rice last week. They won 35-9, but it was 7-3 at halftime. And I think they just kind of got away from Rice because they're Rice in the fourth quarter.
Hey, don't you downplay the Bayou Bucket, okay? Underrated rivalry game, sir.
Sure. But Houston is like a poor man's Georgia Tech, the way they play, I think. And Colorado was in that game with Georgia Tech. Was that week 0? Or was it week 1?
Yeah, it was week 0.
Yeah. Could have very easily won that game. Yeah. Georgia Tech at the end scored a late touchdown to get the cover, 1 by 7. But yeah, I think Colorado is kind of under the radar all of a sudden. You know, they're losing. Nobody's really talking about them now. I think that might be a good thing for them. And this opened at 2.5, and then it got bet up to 6.5 at one point. Now it's back down to 4.5. So I think there might be some value in Colorado now. I think Colorado wins, and I'm taking the 4.5.
Nice. I'll jump in here on this one. I didn't pick this for the show. I thought about it for a little bit there, but yeah, Houston, they've only allowed 1 touchdown all season, and they've been really good getting off the field on 3rd and 4th down under their new defensive coordinator, Austin Armstrong. They do have a few injuries. They're down a couple of receivers, I think, and a couple of running backs as well. So I'm not sure how much that's going to play in. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know a ton about the Cougars this year. Should be interesting home field environment, though. I think it's TDECU, Texas Department of Education Credit Union Stadium, I think it is. You know, with Dion coming to town, the Coach Prime and all of that. So I'm sure Houston's going to have a lot of recruits there. You know, Friday Night Lights in Texas with all that stuff there. I'm sure it's going to be a decent home field advantage for them. But give me Colorado plus the 4.5 in this one. If I was picking this for the show, I am going to bet this as well. I think this is probably a close game, maybe like a 21, 19 kind of win for Colorado. Probably ain't going to be the sexiest thing in the world, but yeah, give me Colorado plus the 5.5. I agree with you.
4.5.
I mean 4.5. Excuse me. I agree with you.
But yeah, you mentioned their defense. They played Stephen F. Austin and Rice.
Yeah,
which I think Rice is a triple option team, right?
I have not watched Rice this year.
So I
don't even know.
Yeah. Well, I think they only threw like 10 passes. So, yeah, totally different offense they're about to play.
Chris, do you know where Houston is?
It's in Texas.
It's in Houston. Okay. I just want to make sure that you're awake over there. You got any thoughts on this one?
I have 0 thoughts. I have not watched either of these teams.
Attaboy.
No, I have 0 thoughts. I did not know this was one of the games.
Boy.
Once Scotty said he was taking it, I immediately blocked it out of my mind.
There we go. All right, so Colorado and Houston there. Scotty going with the bus plus the 4.5. All right, next up, we got Noah Fafita and his Arizona Wildcats hosting Avery Johnson and the Kansas State Wildcats. It'll be a wild time there in Tucson. Friday night, 9 o'clock on Fox. Who's got this?
That's me. Yeah, so Arizona 2-0. They have outscored their opponents 88-9 on the season. Kansas State is 1-2, lost to a decent Iowa State team over in Ireland in week 0, and a mediocre, as always, Army team last week.
Jeez.
I am not impressed with Kansas State. I don't like that guy's hair. He looks stupid. So give me Arizona at home plus 1.5.
I actually don't hate your analysis. Like, his hair is stupid. And I think that's why people think he's a good quarterback, because they want him to be. They want him to be sunshine. Yeah, he's completely overrated. Arizona's underrated. Kansas State's still getting too much love from the from Vegas, from the bookmakers. I really like this Arizona team and Noah Fafita. I think I bet them on the podcast a couple weeks ago to cover a big spread, and they did. Yeah, Arizona's going to win.
Okay. Arizona has a couple of former K-State Wildcats on their roster too. They got a safety Gunnar Maldonado, and I believe their wide receiver Trey Spivey as well came from Kansas State and actually scored in the last game too. So a little bit of the emotional intrigue on that one there. But yeah, I would agree with you. I would take Arizona in this game here. I'm not super impressed with Kansas State and Avery Johnson. He had a really good freshman year, and I just haven't seen enough to justify the hype that he gets. And this K-State team just has a lot of, I don't know, I just feel like there's a lot of negative vibes around my team. I can't describe it. You know, the whole thing with his, with his, dad and his brother fighting, and then you go out and you lose the Army. And hey, Chris, you can denigrate Army, but that team won the American last year. I know they got surprised by a really good Tarleton State team in the FCS, but that's not a game Army should have lost. And it's always tough to play against a triple option team. But yeah, I'm just not super impressed.
Well,
with
it shouldn't be. If you're a really good K-State team, you're supposed to be physical enough just to blow all that shit up, but they're not.
You got to play smart assignment.
I think the girl that moved Florida up 2 spots in her AP poll made this line. She was going from the preseason poll and not even watching the games.
Yes. Oh my God.
And I'm not woman betting because I don't do that. But did you see her explanation?
I briefly thumbed through that. It was the AP voter who had Florida ahead of South Florida.
She moved them up 2 spots.
Yeah, moved them up with a loss at home in the swamp to South Florida.
And she was doing an interview on something, I don't know, and they asked her why, and she was like, "Well, I'm not gonna tell you my process or my strategy." And then she went on to basically say her vote doesn't matter because there's so many votes. So I was like, so why do you even have a vote?
I think she was scheming for social media. She was trying to rage bait using her top 25 vote because no one would have known who. I still don't know her name.
And she's not the only one that has terrible. Looks like they don't even watch the games. I forget. No. I saw another one that was pretty bad.
I trust me. I used to know some people that were AP voters that should not have been AP voters, that would be in bed at 8:00 on a Saturday night, and never saw the West Coast games.
I could be an AP voter.
That was another thing she said though. She was like, I don't know what game she was covering, but she was like, yeah, after the game that I covered was over, I went to bed and woke up early. It's like, oh, you weren't watching the rest of the games?
Just box score voters, box score, and you see the game.
All you gotta do is watch fucking Sports Center the next day and see how bad Florida looked.
Sports Center? Did they show sports? Is it just did LeBron tie his shoes and is Caitlin Clark having Cheerios? Did they talk about sports on there? Oh, Angel Reese had popcorn. Breaking news on Sports Center. Yeah, that's a great show. Yeah, really good.
Shut the fuck
up. Sponsor us, ESPN.
Yeah. All right. Moving on over here. Let's go to my pick. I'm very intrigued by this. 10:00 on Big Ten Network because I'm a degenerate Friday night. Who else is going to be up watching this game besides me?
Oh, I will.
You got Nico Iamaleava and his 0-2 UCLA Bruins hosting the Lobos of New Mexico. New Mexico, by the way, led by first year in Albuquerque, Jason Eck. Who is Jason Eck? He came over from Idaho. Not only did he come over from Idaho, he had a very good Vandals team. He also brought his quarterback and a bunch of other players with him. So this isn't the same Bronco Mendenhall coached New Mexico team that was there last year. UCLA favored by 15.5 there. I think most books have it around there. Here's what intrigues me about this game. New Mexico's defense, they're not great, but UCLA's offense has been sputtering. And I just don't know if UCLA has the ability to pull away from them. UCLA is averaging only 16.5 points per game. That's 117th in the FBS. You ain't exactly going to blow out a lot of people with that. And I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing this wrong. Scott Trey Humphrey, the running back for New Mexico, he's averaging 6.2 yards a pop on the ground. They're not scared of going to LA into I'm sure will be sparsely, and I use the word sparsely loosely, populated Rose Bowl. They went into the big house. They did not disappoint themselves. They actually held their own for a while against Michigan. And Jason Eck is a very good head coach. I know he wasn't here at New Mexico before this, but the Lobos are 7-3 in their last 10 games as an underdog against the spread. UCLA, on the other hand, 0-5 against the spread in their last 5. So they underperform in these kind of games. Another thing, New Mexico, the Jason Eck experience here, discipline. They're averaging about 9 yards a game, penalty wise. That's one of the best in the country. UCLA, on the other hand, giving up nearly 80 penalty yards a game. That's going to allow this team to extend some drives and not allow UCLA to, put them away. Give me New Mexico plus the points here on this one. And let me just take a quick look and see, can I get this any higher anywhere else? Nope, 15.5.
Oh, look, I already
across
wrote down
the
your
board.
bet.
Perfect. Okay.
I knew where
So,
you were going.
you knew where I was going. So, yeah, give me the Lobos plus the 15.5. But I will say this. Don't be surprised to come late in the fourth quarter, New Mexico has a chance to steal one in Westwood. Just putting it out there.
Yeah, I think I agree too. I will say whatever UCLA's stats offensively might be a little skewed because Utah is damn good. They're going to make a lot of teams look like that. But even last week, Nico looked a little better, but still not great against UNLV, who has a terrible defense. I just needed 2 more points from in that game to hit my over. But yeah, maybe UCLA wins it. It's going to be a close game, I think. Either way, it's way too many points for a UCLA team that hasn't looked good yet. Yeah, I agree.
Okay, Chris, any thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I'm on the fade UCLA train.
Oh, well, fuck me.
Yeah, I mean, hey, they were one of the legs on our underdog parlay that actually won. So
It's
thanks,
very
Scotty.
true. Yeah, thanks, Scotty. Thanks a lot for that.
Sorry, I'm more focused on being in first place with our picks. My bad.
I'm trying to make some money over here. All right,
Hey,
on that
man,
underdog parlay.
that score in the Duke Illinois game was not indicative of the game at all. Duke was right in that, and then they botched that fumble, and they kind of turned things around, and then they would not hold on to the ball for anything. If they don't turn the ball over like 3 or 4 times, they probably win that game.
Our underdog parlay. I don't have the graphic anymore from last week, but Scotty had Duke over Illinois. Chris, you had UNLV over UCLA, and I had the Vaqueros of University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley, in their second ever game over Prairie View A&M. 2 of us got wins, and Scotty's Blue Devils shit the bed there. By the way, Duke, that game was so great. Joe Ovius, the Ovius and Giglio podcast down there in Raleigh. He actually said he left that game at halftime. Now, part of the reason his kid had like a band competition or something, but it was not competitive. He left that game. Also, there was a lot of orange there. I did not expect Illinois fans to travel. I was in Raleigh. I went to Chapel Hill later that night because I wanted to see what it was like in Chapel Hill for a Bill Belichick road game while they were at Charlotte. I hit a couple bars there, dead, empty. No one out. Now, UNC kids are dorks, and then I'm pretty sure they don't drink anyway. But it was a Saturday. Your football team is playing. You would think the bars would be packed. No one was there. But I did see Illinois fans walking down the street in Chapel Hill. So I guess they made the 8-mile drive from Durham. That was interesting.
Illinois fans have something to watch this year. So they look to be a very sneaky good team. Should be at the top of the standings.
Very typical Brett Bielema team too. Just looks just like when he had things rolling there for a little bit at Wisconsin before he made that ill-fated stop at Arkansas there. So, all right, well, that'll wrap things up from a picks standpoint. Once again, make sure to join us right back here Saturday morning, 9 a.m. for Doing Lines. We'll break down the biggest college football games of the week and also NFL action as well. And then, of course, I'll be right back here, same channel tomorrow at 7 p.m. as we do Getting Loose with Leon, breaking down the Bristol race, Bristol night race there, the cutoff for the round of 12 for the NASCAR playoffs. Before we get out of here, I know you guys don't really watch NASCAR, but any thoughts you guys have for the Bristol race? Is there a pick that you guys want to put out there?
I really like Mark Martin.
Oh, that's great.
Mark
Wait,
Martin.
That was my favorite driver back when I watched NASCAR. When I was a kid.
What do you want, Chris? You want Dick Trickle?
Jesus, what a name!
Yeah. You know what? I was going to say, I think Dick Trickle is no longer with us, if I remember correctly.
Oh, we're going to play Is He Dead?
Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. I think it was actually a sad circumstance now as I say it out loud, so I'm going to stay away from that.
Didn't he die like 10 years ago?
Yeah, but I think he may have.
Too soon?
Yeah, 2013.
Did it himself, if I remember correctly. So, we'll stay away from that.
I have no idea. If you give me some odds, I'll pick somebody.
Joe Gibbs. Who's a Joe Gibbs driver now?
Denny Hamlin, Christopher
Not
Bell,
Denny Hamlin.
Chase Briscoe.
Who was the second guy?
Christopher Bell.
Yeah,
Christopher Bell's good.
I'll take him.
Okay. 3 wins on the season already. He is a king of the concrete. He does love that concrete surface there. So you'll get my picks for that, including a very interesting long shot that I have this week. So make sure to tune in tomorrow for that.
So you said it's the cutoff. Let's dive into this and explain it to the viewers right now. You said it's the 12-man cutoff. So it's going down to 12 after this week?
Yes, going down to 12 after this week.
Who is in it still?
Well, everyone's in it unless you've won. Like of the 16, I don't have that in front of me here. I wasn't prepared to talk NASCAR.
You're the one that brought it up.
Let's not do a full dive in the NASCAR. Can I bring up?
We'll get into playoff scenarios tomorrow.
JJ McCarthy getting the NFC Player of the Week.
You had the floor.
Are you kidding me? What are we doing? His stats were terrible. The refs bailed him out on 2 of his scoring drives, gave him a bad roughing the passer call and a bad pass interference call. He was pitiful in the first half. Props to him for not screwing it up and making like 2 good throws in the second half to beat a spastic Caleb Williams, who I was hoping that guy was going to be better, but yeah, he sucks. He had that good first drive, and then and it's not even his reads. Like he was actually going through his progressions and making the right read, and it was like he panicked when he saw the read, and he would throw it like 30 feet over their head. Like they had that DJ Moore touchdown that probably would have been a difference in the game. Just overthrew it. So I'm not confident in him anymore. But yeah, how do you give him the NFC Offensive or Player of the Week? He didn't really do much.
I mean, did you not just say earlier that it was about is it about wins or is it about stats?
The Player of the Week is about stats.
Hey, I'm just kid goes out there, first career start. They put 21 points in the fourth quarter, I believe it was, that they put up. To get the win there against Chicago coming from behind. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I fell asleep at halftime, but what I saw, he looked just like he did at Michigan. Not great. Very good at handing the ball off. That's about all he should be doing. Maybe a little scramble here or there. I don't think he's a good quarterback.
Yeah, we'll see. He did look better in the second half. He was horrific in the first half.
By the way,
we'll see.
From a fantasy standpoint, Adam Thielen, where were you, sir? I thought coming back to Minnesota, and especially with Jordan Addison being suspended, he would kind of fit right back in to that offense.
Have somebody to throw it to him.
He was non-existent, sir.
He's 95 years old also, so.
That's very true. That's very true.
And he was never the most athletic guy, so he's probably running like a 5-second 40 right now.
Oh, my God.
Let's talk about who did get a win in fantasy this week.
Wait, before we go to that, real quick here. Did you see the video that of Raiders camp before Amari Cooper retired?
No. Yeah,
there's a video going around of like Cooper going through a drill, and I mean it literally looks like your high school science teacher, like going through. I mean, he looked.
Did it look like Jameis Winston doing drills?
Did it look who?
Jameis Winston doing drills.
Jameis.
It looked like Debo when he was fat the first week with us. He's not fat anymore.
Did that man just like cut weight? Did he just go UFC style, lock himself in a room, put on a Martin Lawrence like sweatsuit and go for a run or something? Like, what did he do? Because
he took off the fat suit like James Harden.
Is that what he got himself out of San Francisco and then just remember? Oh yeah, I got to take off the fat suit. So,
Well, yeah, talking about fantasy. So I had Worthy going against Williams, so I figured I was done. And then I had a shot, and then all of a sudden, the projections, I was going against Aaron Jones and somebody else, Hawkinson. And second half, all of a sudden, I'm like favored, like 59%. So all I need is not for Aaron Jones or Hawkinson to get a touchdown, and I win. Fucking wheel route to Aaron Jones. And it was the second time that night that they kind of like forgot about him, because the first one was a go route, ended up being a pass interference because it was underthrown. Yeah, and then a wheel route. I think he went in motion, and I'm watching him. I'm like, and I see McCarthy look at him. I'm like, no, he's not. Throws a bomb. I'm like, no. Catches the ball at like the 5-yard line. I'm like, all right, they can push him out. No, he fucking falls in the end zone. Game over. Week 1 does that to me every time. They reel me in thinking I have a chance, and then fourth quarter, Monday night, something happens and I lose.
Hey, I won in my league that I care about, so that makes me happy.
You should care about our league. What the fuck? Wow. This should be your number 1 league.
I care about leagues based on the amount of money that I have invested in them. So you're number 2. Then I have my fraternity.
We can raise the amount of money, so it would be number 1. I don't even care about the money, to be honest, because I probably spend almost as much money as I would if I won the league.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So the league that my bigger money league, I did win. Then I have a league which I won't mention out loud here in just case they're listening. That I have I've let my wife manage that team. So.
So that one's probably your best team.
No,
we drafted your team.
Got the shit kicked out of us last week, so we got that going for us.
Yeah, we had to draft your team, and you got an A+ for that. But
did me a lot of
Yahoo's grades don't translate because
they don't grade your team.
Yeah,
they grade projections, which is all algorithm. It's stupid.
Yeah. All right.
But anyways, yeah.
Speaking of stupid, it's stupid for me to sit here with my stomach growling. So I'm going to go get some food. We'll join us back here. Hey, eating lean and trim. I got to get my protein, man. Got to get my protein. Join us back here tomorrow as I try to make some more money to buy more protein for the Getting Loose with Leon podcast. 7 o'clock, we'll preview the Bristol night race, the Bass Pro Shops. Bristol night race with my surprise
so you're going live
long
tomorrow
shot winner. Yes, live tomorrow night, 7 o'clock.
Shit.
Right.
Maybe I'll pop in.
We'll go there and we'll break that down on the concrete there at the world's last great Coliseum. So until then, make sure to join us. I'll do that. Make sure to join us back here Saturday morning, 9 a.m. for doing lines. We'll get you ready for week 2 of the National Football League and week 3 of college football. Until next time, aloha means goodbye.